My name is Anand Murugesh, and today's video is going to be about the dashboards. First, we will start with the CISO dashboard. As you can see here, I've opened up the CISO dashboard here. At the very top, there are some key metrics here in terms of trends on threats and adoption. Then you have a little bit more on threats on top 5 organization units in the past 90 days. At the very top, you can see some totals that will be very handy for you. Total threats defended this period, policies triggered this period, total users protected this period, and total applications accessed this period, right? You can see, these are all kind of interactive. You can kind of click on it. You can see a little bit drill down of that. On the top, there are some filters. You can also change the filters to months, weeks, days, quarters, right? It's your choice to kind of change it. This comes in very handy if you want to kind of see for a longer duration of time. The second section, there are a lot of sections here. If you go at the bottom, right, it kind of gives you like a quick tour of various different facets. Here, this section, we're looking at the overall traffic, allowed and blocked sites. You can see which categories have been allowed and blocked. This section is about risky applications. It gives you like a top 5 risky applications, top 5 categories from there, right? And you can, in this section, it's a location information. You can just see, hey, where am I getting all the alerts from? Where are my users coming from? That gives you like a good cross-sectional view of that, right? All of this is interactive. What you can do is you can click on it, you can zoom in. That will actually give you, like, for example, if you want to click on that orange button, it's going to kind of give you the details of each thing. So now I'm kind of clicking there. I'm looking at the city and the number of users. Once I click on it, it's going to give a drill down information of how the data got pulled from, right? For example, you can see here, these are all the alerts from that particular location. And then you can see this is the Microsoft Office 365 related alert, right? So, so overall, right, CISO dashboard is categorized on top OUs. So basically what that really means is that you can kind of slice and dice your organizations to see which OUs are doing good, which OUs needs a little bit of a coaching and improvement. This kind of gives you like a good cross-sectional view of this, right? So the trends come in handy to kind of like measure your posture. Let me go back to these Netskope library. So there are, this is where you would find the CISO dashboard. There is also like a general CISO dashboard. Let's look at the data production now, right? So data production is another key dashboard. It just gives you very top high-level things like files, the DLP policy violations at the very top. There are files with high severity DLP in the files with PII information. So these are all DLP related stuff. You get a quick cross section. You can see that the Sankey bar at the bottom from the US, right? You can kind of see the flow of data, where it's originating and what applications and what categories. You can see the flow of the data. This Sankey view is pretty handy, and where the data is originating from, where it's going, where its destination, right? So that gives you like a good cross-sectional view. So top 20 policies, this is users and all of that you can see, and then this when you come to the data exfiltration categories, or which applications are your source of data exfiltration, right? So you can see number of events that got triggered for this category, and you can also look at the top 20 applications and number of downloads. That gives you good cross-sectional view. Then here is a nice visualization of your exposure, right? The files with the external public exposure by the application. You can kind of look at it and use that information to coach your staff. This comes in very, very, very handy for coaching purposes. Here is a little bit of a trends in terms of the DLP. Is it going up or down? What kind of alerts? Which applications are showing more alerts, less alerts, and stuff like that. So now let's look at the cloud risk assessment dashboard. this is another very popular dashboard. So at the very top, you see your risky applications, what's your percentage of it, and it gives you a good cross-sectional view of CCL and CCI. This is the applications that we detect are categorized into various different risk levels. The CCL and CCI score helps to categorize that. So we'll take your traffic patterns and we'll map it to the risk level of the application based on the Netskope's research, and it gives you good cross-section to see what applications, what kind of risk level you can see. Like for example, you can see a lot of downloads from low, which is good, and there are poor applications here as well. You can kind of click on it and it'll kind of show you what are those applications, right? And this section kind of categorizes that by the organization as well. So here is a data protection section, top 10 policies that got fired, organizational units. Here are the risky applications with a low GDPR score. And again, this gives you a little bit of a locational view as well, right? And the user activity by sessions, right? So, and then you can just see the number of applications and versus the number of sessions, where which applications are used a lot. This will kind of give you a cross-section view of your usage patterns, if you will, right? And there is a little bit of a trends of risky application, or is your trend going up or down? You can kind of look at that very easily here. Next, I'm going to highlight some of the other key dashboards that will be helpful for you. This one is a category summary dashboard. Category summary is like we kind of categorize the applications based on their risk profile and the type of the application, right? If it's like a storage application or a Dropbox kind of thing, right? So, and then this cloud usage summary is also very handy. You can kind of look at which applications are used where, and we have the threat protection dashboard that kind of walks you through into a little bit detail about how is your threat posture, malware, mal sites, all of those you can see in those. These are all kind of like very helpful. Application activity summary is also very useful. And there is a user org unit summary dashboard as well. You can kind of see the activity and your data sliced and diced based on users and organization. You can kind of filter on which organization, which user, and you can kind of see all the things that we detected based on the OU level. There is web usage summary as well, so you can kind of look at which web applications you see more traffic and all of that. And there is an unsectioned IA summary. We have infrastructure as a service as well, some of the dashboards. Thank you so much for your time today. I'll see you with another great video like this.